Stop 1. North side of Pasco County Courthouse. Glimpse the 1909 quintessential courthouse. It is the crown jewel of history for the magnificent historical town that is branded in everything historical. As historian Carol Hedman penned, the neoclassical dome and its clock have towered over the downtown for more than 110 years, proudly proclaiming it as the county seat. The Novice County Commission passed a 1909 resolution to erect a brick courthouse for a bid of no more than $35,000 to Mutual Construction. Edward Columbus Hosford provided the majestic plans while Artemus Roberts oversaw the construction. History can be tricky, and here's an example. For years we thought Artemus Roberts designed a classical revival building, but in 1992 we discovered that Hosford was actually the architect. Later in the tour you will hear about the Griffin Block and Dade City Grammar School that Roberts designed. All convey history. You did, however, hear the word new, right? Well, this 1909 courthouse, which anchors the profound history, was not the first building. Pasco County was formed in 1887, and Dade City was dubbed the first, although temporary, county seat. Clever business partners Henry Coleman and William Ferguson saw a momentous opportunity to push Dade City to become the permanent county seat in their industrious efforts to brand the history by building the first courthouse structure near 7th and Meridian, which they offered rent-free. They recognized the potential commerce in having their own townhouse, the governmental center of the fledgling county. Predictably, Dade City was voted the official county seat in a tumultuous 1891 election, and the commissioners contracted to build a second-frame courthouse structure for $7,000. Our own 2022 city commissioner and historian Scott Black related that the second-frame structure was auctioned in 1909 and moved, as the commissioners were bent on clearing space to show off the magnificent 1909 gem. If walls could talk. Oh my, the stories this beautiful location would share with us. The site of glorious meetings that hosted governors and dignitaries and lengthy trials reflected topics of prohibition, murder convictions, and policies that will stand, and others that have changed and continue to be debated there. Yet today, the commission meetings on the second floor are animated and parallel the passions of the day. Walking up the winding stairs, one truly feels the history on a visceral level. Some say a few ghosts inhabit the space. As time does wane and alter surface appearances, the courthouse was showing her age. In 1979, a modern government center was erected just down the street. You will glimpse it in one of the next stops. And many folks sighed a bit, but anticipated the modern sprawling structure would supersede her architectural predecessor. What to do with the old girl? For the next 20 years, this historical treasure stood crumbling and deteriorating. Her fate seemed sealed. There had been a number of facelifts over the years with new sections on the east and west that camouflaged her spectacular porticos and elegance, but one could still catch a whiff of her incredible charm that anchored the town. Well, voila! A hometown girl with a passion for Dade City, Sylvia Young, who served as county commissioner for 20 years, came to our rescue. She spearheaded a $3.2 million four-year restoration and attained state historic grants. The 1940s additions were removed and her bones were fortified. Even the historic clock was repaired by the original company. She was restored to her near original design. Our charming and outspoken hometown gal Sylvia, with a flair for style and antiques, volunteered to painstakingly select period antique furniture with a budget of $50,000. A plaque shows Sylvia's dedication. Community pride, along with incredible support for the courthouse and history, an incongruent landscaping effort as a part of the restoration had called for the annihilation of the grandfather oaks that surrounded the courthouse because they were not symmetrical. as they were to be replaced by baby oaks planted in perfect formation to protect the structured walkways around the courthouse. Another incredible leader, Patricia Carver, rallied the community and organized a peaceful protest with members of the Dade City Garden Club. Members tied yellow ribbons on the grandfather oaks and trees throughout the city. They went out to save the grandfather oaks that fortify the history of the most iconic of our historical structures. Pride was palpable as Sylvia brought her first cousins, the Bellamy brothers, to perform at the dedication. Tears and unadulterated pride could not be concealed. Our courthouse was promoted to the National Historic Registry in 2006. Just marvel for a few minutes as you gaze and reflect upon this incredible courthouse as the epicenter that brands Dade City's vast history.